Hello, I am Simon.
And my name is Juan, and we're here to teach you past tense.
We use the simple past to express the idea that an action started and finished at a specific time in the past. Sometimes the speaker may not actually mention the specific time, but they do have one specific time in mind. For example, did you call Debbie? Did Debbie call you? You did not call Debbie.
Other examples of past simple could be: last year I went to Japan. As you can see in this example, the subject traveled to Japan and he came back. The action was completed, so it's past simple. Another example could be: she washed her car. And as the last example, the action was completed, so it's past simple. Past continuous. Use past continuous when an action that was taking place in the past got interrupted by another action. Usually, this other action is shorter than the one that was interrupted. For example, you are studying when she called. Were you studying when she called? And you were not studying when she called. Another example for past continuous would be: I was watching TV when she called. The action of watching TV was interrupted by the call from another person. That's why we can classify this as past continuous, as an action that was taking place on the past was interrupted by another. Another example would be: when the phone rang, she was writing a letter. The action of writing a letter was interrupted by the ringing of the phone. Then we can classify it as past continuous.
We use the past perfect to express an idea that something occurred in the past before another action. It can also show that something happened before a specific time in the past. For example, you had studied English before you moved to New York. Had you studied English before you moved to New York? You had not studied English before you moved to New York.
Another example for past perfect could be: Leo had never won an Oscar before last night. In this example, we can see that an action took place in the past until another one happened. Oh, but past perfect continuous is left. I have an idea. I'm gonna call for Santiago.
Past perfect continuous is the form that we show an action that started in the past and was stopped by another action also in the past. So this is very useful in English for showing difficult situations to express or for showing cause and effect. The basic structure of past perfect continuous is very easy. First we have a subject, he, she, my father, anyone, then we have an auxiliary have, and then we have an auxiliary be, plus the main verb. So always this auxiliary have is in past simple, and this auxiliary be is in participle form. So we always start a past perfect continuous sentence with he had been, she had been, Mike had been, just examples. The main verb, the first verb, that means the first action in the sentence, always is in continuous form. That means ing. This is for showing that this one is that the action in ing is the one that is going to be stopped by another action. So it's the first one that happened in the past. So we have he had been studying. In the second part of the past perfect continuous sentence, we have the other action, the one that stopped the first, and we just have to tell it in past simple form. This is to show that this one was the one that stopped the first action, but that it was in the past. So, for example, he had been studying for 3 hours until his friend arrived. Here we can see that studying is the first action that occurred, and the second one was when his friend arrived. That stopped the first action, but both actions have already happened already. The different forms of past perfect continuous sentence are very easy. For negative, we can conjugate had with not, so we just tell our sentence with hadn't. So he hadn't been studying until his friend arrived. And in question form, we catch this auxiliary had, and we put it first, and the being participle form, we put it after the verb. So we always have a question form like, had he been studying until his friend arrived?